a few months before her second birthday. Like any parent to find out your child has cancer, we were devastated, shocked, overwhelmed, scared, and pretty much every emotion you feel, we felt it. I remember the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society being there from day one with their big binder of information, coming in our room to best explain the process as best they could. We learned that Natalie would need 6 months of an intense chemo treatment that we would spend inpatient at the hospital for. We were also offered to take part in a clinical trial drug that the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society funded. After much consideration, we decided to take part in the trial, hoping for a better cure rate. Natalie started her chemo right away, freezing through the first few rounds. The last couple months were the hardest for her. She endured several fevers, a few infections, and of course some nausea. But at the end of her treatment, she won her battle and we were able to go home, only having to return once a month for checkups to make sure she stayed in remission. A couple months later, Natalie welcomed her baby sister Lexi into the world, who she adored very much. Natalie's favorite color was pink. She loved painting and putting on makeup. Her favorite song was Big Green Tractor, and she could sing every word. She loved dancing to her Bible school songs and painting with her papa. Natalie had so much fight and personality from the day she was born. At her 4th-month checkup, we learned that she had relapsed, and the next day we were scheduled for a bone marrow biopsy just to confirm our fears. She was admitted back into the hospital for more treatment and a bone marrow transplant. This time was much harder, and Natalie was a lot sicker. She did not go into remission right away as we had hoped. It took 3 rounds of chemo that she received back to back because the cancer kept growing. Not having an immune system for so many months took a huge toll on her body, and just when we thought it couldn't get any worse, it did, and she was admitted to the pediatric intensive care unit where she was put on life support. Natalie did have her better days and came off the ventilator, but was put back on it. At one point, she was without oxygen for a long period of time when they couldn't get her intubated, and she suffered severe brain damage. But now it's a fighter, and she got her new cells and had beaten cancer for a second time. Her body had been through too much, and she was fighting kidney failure, liver failure, GVHD, pneumonia, several infections, and other side effects due to the chemo and disease and treatment. She was on over 20 to 30 different medications. As parents, we made the hardest decision we've ever had to make, and we took Natalie off life support. She earned her much-deserved angel wings March 26, 2010, a few weeks after her 3rd birthday. She was an amazing child who brightened the life of everyone she ever met. Her baby sister, even on her hardest days, her baby sister could put a smile on her face. Her nurses would cry, and she would look at them and tell them everything was going to be okay. She encouraged and inspired us. She taught us what real strength, faith, and love truly was. And that's why we're here, to find a cure so that no other child, loved one, or friend has to suffer this horrible disease.